Hello and welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be looking at more Final Fantasy XIV music. How could we do it? We must, because there's so much. We must look at more. And today we're going to be looking at a fan favourite song from Heavansward, which is Dragonsong. So, I mean, I've heard this before, but I can't really remember it that well, so it'll be interesting to go over it again. Definitely a fan favorite song. A lot of people really, really love this song. So it'll be interesting to go over it. Before we do that, obviously, please do like this video. If you enjoy it, please do subscribe as well if you have not already. And also, if you have any ideas, suggestions, or songs from games that you want to have a look at, put them in the comments, and then we can do that in a video in the future. I will often take requests, and I've done them before, and I'll quite happily do them again. But anyway, so put those in the comments. But I guess now that is done, the preamble is done again, we can finally get into the reaction. So, Final Fantasy XIV, Dragonsong, in 3, 2, 1, go. What I'm going to say is, if you're playing through Final Fantasy XIV right now, and you have not finished A Realm Reborn, do not watch this video, because there are big spoilers. Please do not watch this video if you have not got to Heavansward yet. If you have, or I suppose you don't care about spoilers, you can keep watching. But you have been warned. If you have not finished A Realm Reborn, do not watch this video. Okay, save it and come back later. But anyway, right, let's go back. Well, I will stay before I took it back. Stunning piano, very classical. Very not really classical. Well, it is classical, but not very classic Final Fantasy sound to it to lead into a big song.
Children of the land,
Big spoilers.
do you hear echoes of truths that once rang clear?
Obviously using the same vocalist as they used for Answers, because yes, obviously it's Heidelin. Still supposed to be Heidelin, obviously. Let's carry on. She's so good. Susan Calloway. She's so good.
One true love they did find, bringing land and heavens near.
She does really well at, like, her, I would describe... Her voice sounds very musical theatre in a way, because which I think is appropriate, because the song's always so grand. And I guess it's the way where she uses a vibrato, which is where basically the note kind of, if this is a, what do I do? If this is a sustained note, the vibrato is kind of like, this is when the note does that, to help sustain the note for longer. And it's a very typical, like, Broadway sound, and that adds grandness to it. It adds drama. It's important. It needs to be big. It needs to be, for a theme of an MMO, it needs to be grand, and the vocals have to match that, and I think her choices vocally do.
But flames that burn for
Dragoons, baby!
soon fell dark. Memories dimmed by shadowed hearts. In the waxing gloom did wane the lover's moon, watching as their worlds drift apart.
Oh, sorry, I'm gonna go back in.
Unknown, watching as their world did wane the lover's moon, watching as their worlds drift apart.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of technique vocally, like, how even the notes are sung, like, may not be something that you think about necessarily, but it's very important when you sing that everything is very equal, and that she does that very well. And I think dropping adding to the drama, which
Their worlds drift apart.
to keep the softness of that, I'm not sure what the words are. It's that when she goes low, she kind of goes into a whisper instead of going deep into it, which would, I think, would be too heavy for it. So going into that whisper adds, again, more mystery, I suppose. Yeah, let's carry on.
One soul's cry, a passion welling within.
And when the song begins to build and it begins to swell with, you know, yeah, well, so when the song begins to build and swell and it's getting bigger, it's getting brighter, you're beginning to hear brighter instruments. You can hear wood instruments, like a flute or something, I'm not sure. I don't think it's a flute, but I don't know, coming in, which would give that kind of theme of that it's getting brighter, it's getting brighter. I think it's something.
Sacrifice, a final plea to
Orchestra's building, strings are building. It's not just isolated piano anymore.
Yet this bond of hope by treachery was broke, scattering her words to the wind.
I love it. What a brilliant expansion, by the way. I fucking love the Heavansward.
Swelling over long seas of blood are a song, and death an afterthought to those who fight for naught.
Oh, can I hear an orchestra? It's not orchestra. Can I hear a obviously I can hear an orchestra. Can I hear a choir is what I meant to say. So, oh, it looks like we're seeing a bit more of the cathedrals. Maybe that's why we're about to hear a choir. Let's play.
Those who fight for naught, alone, lying empty.
Just, I've got to play that again and really try and focus on the layers of, you know, you've got the lead vocal, you've got the choir, you've got all the strings pulling underneath it, you've got the rhythm and the drums. I wish I was clever enough to do stuff like this, man. I really wish I was, because it's like a, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a massive movie soundtrack. It's like, which I suppose it is, because it's an MMO. It's basically a massive movie.
Those who fight for naught, alone, lying
It's just so good. Like, look, if you want to know what a top quality female voice is, you've just heard it, because that's just madness. Like, what? She's just fantastic. She is fantastic. Like, technique wise, like, just the ease of and the build and the breath control and the consistency of everything she did was just top tier. Like, that is a person who has their technique nailed down. And I guess we can look at further choices, because, like, what I feel like this song is trying to do is for me, is like it's trying to push us out, like almost into the sky, kind of like a dragon, you can see on the screen, or I don't know, dragoon or something like that. That kind of gives you that kind of. Heavansward has that experience of you're in the sky. I mean, Ishgard is literally in the sky, so that's kind of what's pushing out. And by doing that, it's doing a lot of sustain with, you know, the strings are very much legato. There's no sharp things, sharp notes, stabs or anything like that. It's all very, very smooth. It's all building, kind of like a painting. It's all coming together. And the vocal is doing the same thing. Lots of sustains, no harsh hits. It's all flowing. It's like water. The song is like water, or it's like air. It's just flowing. It's just flowing and building and building and building and building. And what do horns mean? It means we're getting to the climax of the song, I think. Like, horns is grand, it's an announcement, it's I'm here, it's like, this is it now. When you hear horns, that you haven't heard it all the way through the song, I think that's what we're getting. It's like, we're getting to the big part, basically.
Children of the land and sea lives. Why must you turn to empty beliefs? Tell me why break trust? Why turn the past to dust? Seeking solace in the abyss. Why break trust? Why turn dust? Why turn the past to dust? Seeking solace in the abyss.
Okay, now obviously, what I'm about to say, I don't know for certain, because I don't know Susan Calloway as a person. But from what I can tell, from what I can hear, she's singing in what seems to be like a mixed register, where you have, when you sing, you've got several registers. So you have your chest register, which is basically where you speak from, and then you kind of have a mix, which is in between, you know, where a lot of people will sing their higher notes from. Which is a mix of your head register and your chest register, and then you go up into your head register, which is basically like your falsetto, very high notes, or screaming, or fake high voice, or some people call it. It sounds like it's all sung in a mix. And it just shows how flexible her mix register is, because it's huge. Her mix register is massive, and that's a blessing. Like, you want to have a big mix register. And let's go back.
You turn to empty beliefs. Tell me why break trust? Why turn the past to dust? Seeking solace in this. Why must you turn to empty beliefs? Tell me why break trust? Why turn the past to dust? Seeking solace in
So, like, I'm just going to play a little bit.
trust. Why
Yeah, that's the bit I want to play.
tell me why break trust?
So at the start of that phrase, like, it kind of builds, and then it kind of, it's not like a belt, but it kind of goes into more full voice, and then she pulls it in after that. So I'll play that again so you know what I mean.
Break trust. Why
Okay, hold on.
tell me why
Goes forward,
break trust?
or full voice.
Why turn the past to dust? Seeking solace
Comes back.
in the abyss.
Is that what I meant?
Solace in the- Seeking solace. Why turn the past to dust? Break trust. Why turn the to empty beliefs?
Let's do it again.
Tell me
Cool voice. Pull back. And then it goes kind of lower, more dramatic. Whenever you hear that, I think I said it in answers, wherever you have a big note and goes da 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 da, and you get a note like that, it means it's gonna build into something dramatic because it's leading you somewhere, you know. Anyway, but yeah, all I was trying to say is like the dynamics of her voice and how she's able to kind of move it. Her voice is very flexible, basically. Her voice is very, very flexible, which is why she's clearly capable of singing pretty much anything. Like she's done several genres for FF14, and I hope she works for them for a long time.
Tell me why create a circle none can break? Why must you let go the life you were bestowed? This I fear I'll never know.
I'm going to play that a little bit one more time, and what I said at the start of the video about musical theatre, keep that in mind for 1 second while I play this again.
The life you were bestowed. This I fear I'll never know.
If I played that to you and told you it's a show on Broadway, you would believe me. If I played it to you and told you it was a soundtrack from the new Disney movie, you'd believe me. Why? But because... And look, I mean this as an enormous compliment, by the way. Like, I personally, I know not everyone's into musical theatre, but personally I am. I love musical theatre. I studied musical theatre, so I get it. And, like, it's because, look, musical theatre is always quite grand and, in a sense, over the top. And, I mean, I love that. And that's what this song's trying to be. It's trying to be as big as it possibly can be. And then to do that, the vocalist needs to be as big as she possibly can be, which makes it sound massive, which makes it sound grand, which makes you excited, which makes you involved, and makes you in awe. It's a spectacle. That's what the word I'm looking for. This song, in the way that it's written, and the way that's designed, and the way that's performed, is meant to be a spectacle. And it succeeds, in my opinion. And what did I say about vocal dynamics? Like, going straight into her head voice creates a completely different vibe. Hold on. No, go back a bit more. The drama! The drama! Come on! That's all this is trying to build. From a massive, sustained, big, belty note, which that was a belt, the big note, into this really light, kind of suggestive head voice. You never know. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? You never know, but sung, and then you never know in this really light voice. Like, that, it makes you ask questions. And that's the point. Back into the piano, we're going back towards the start of the song. Violin. Staying in that really high register. Light, airy. Oh, I can't wait for it to come out. Man. I wish I saw this video, like, at the time when this video was actually released, because I probably would have played the game back in 2015. I didn't start playing until 2021. Till 2020? 2020? I don't remember. Another 5-minute song. Been recording for over 20 minutes. These videos are getting longer and longer. I don't know what else to add, really, in what I haven't said already, other than... Susan Calloway is obviously a fantastic singer, and you can tell that, like, look, if you're an aspiring singer, male or female or whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, you need to listen to this, and you need to listen to probably her sing, because her technique, her vocal flexibility is incredibly impressive, and how to add through just for your voice to the story, like, she was telling us a story. She wasn't just singing. Like, there was a character there. There was intent. There was... It adds to the narrative of the game. And, look, musically underneath it, you know, it's phenomenally done. It always is with Final Fantasy. Especially with FF14, but Final Fantasy generally has phenomenal music. But, trying to make sure these videos don't go too long, I will end this video here. What did you think of Dragonsong? What did you think when you first heard it for the first time? What did you think when you heard it when you finished A Realm Reborn? Maybe this is the first time you've heard it. What do you think? Do you like it, not like it? What's your favourite part about it? Let me know in the comments. I'll find it really, really interesting. Other than that, please do like this video as well, and subscribe to the channel too if you enjoyed this kind of stuff. And also put recommendations in the comments, as I said before, because I take requests and I often do them. So put them in the comments and we'll probably have a look at what you suggest. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you very much. Goodbye.